Hey, Stephanie Talia here, owner of Stephanie's Mindful Solutions. Just wanted to come on tonight and wish you all a happy new year. Give you some updates kind of what's going on, and then also why I'm joining. What I'm trying to do is spread the word about some products that I found that I have psoriasis that actually work really well, that I do sell and have been using for years. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to share this because what I'm trying to do is a fundraiser so that we can actually donate some money based on the sales percentage of the sales to an actual horse rescue to help with some equine medical bills. So, not sure if you caught my live earlier today or not, but again, I suffer from psoriasis. I have for years. I found some solutions that are Dead Sea skincare products that work phenomenal because obviously the body needs minerals to function properly. These products I have thoroughly vetted and use continually to keep my skin in check. So that if there's any chance of flare-ups, basically I can get things resolved very quickly. I had mentioned I'd come on tonight and talk about a few of the products. Some people have used the products already and are already familiar with them and love the probably a few that I'm going to be highlighting tonight that are more popular sellers. Um, but again, the reason why I'm doing this is I have an absolute love for animals. And last year I started kind of doing some research and looking into the plight of basically wild horses here in the United States. And, the management of the herds or mismanagement, and basically some of the programs that they have, where unfortunately some of the wild horses are falling through a loophole and unfortunately ending up in um, auctions, slaughter pipelines, and things like that. So through following that and kind of digging further, there's several nonprofits that I've been following, and one in particular really caught my attention. I've been following them for a while. They have an absolute love for horses. They absolutely step up all the time and step in and try and rescue horses, rehome them, and everything else, so that they don't actually get shipped out of the country and go to slaughter. This particular rescue called Border Horse Slaughter Rescue is actually based in California, and again, I've been following them for a while. The owner Kendra is phenomenal in what they do and how they try and help and all these horses rehome them so that they can live happy lives basically. Um, but what happened was the other day, what's really interesting is around the holidays, and I'm kind of doing a synopsis of the Facebook Live I did today too, just to bring you up to speed before we get into the actual products and start talking through them. But um, before the holidays, she's rescued a lot of horses basically because there's several auctions and slaughter pens basically here in Texas. But so in California, again, they're based there. So she basically there was a horse that came in that she actually stepped up and saved. This horse was extremely injured. Had been through a lot. I believe all of the legs basically had some sort of trauma. Some of the skin and stuff was hanging off one of the legs. She was extremely underweight. She had issues with her eyes, bleeding on both of the eyes, things like that too. And what kind of caught my heart is basically when she was telling the story and showed the video of the intake that basically she said it'd be easier to talk about what was not injured on the horse. Like for example, like her tail. That's unfortunately how badly banged up the horse was and injured. So anyway, again, they stepped in, they saved this horse. The horse is actually at uh, an equine vet in Decatur, and basically, she was telling the story. She shared some videos of the intake. The horse is completely shut down, sad, kind of depressed and stuff. And again, she's getting the best medical care. But what really kind of grabbed my heart is that when she was telling the story, she said that she was talking to the vet, and the vet basically told her, she's like, I don't know how the horse just, she is a senior horse. I don't know how the horse just kind of didn't really give up based on her injuries and stuff like that and everything she'd been through. Apparently, the enzymes, when they did a blood test, were so elevated in her muscle that were causing elevation, I guess, in the liver, which was, from what I understand, from what they had mentioned, like an extended abuse from either someone or something. So, but anyway, so that really caught my heart because the big thing was the horse didn't quit, right? And I'm not a quitter. That's a big thing with me. So it really resonated. And when she had shared the videos of the horse coming in, and then she also shared, the story, and then basically, because unfortunately she's in California at the time, she was not able to make it to just spend some time with the horse based on everything it'd been through, because the horse had been neglected, right? So it had not been, so it's been basically going through a lot of vet care that it should have been receiving over the years and was not. So it needed a lot of help. But what she was doing is she basically said if there was someone in Texas that could go see the horse. So it really grabbed my heart, because again, the horse didn't quit. And I was like, I have to go meet this horse. So I was fortunate enough, I reached out to Kendra and I'm like, hey, did you get someone to go sit with? Her name's Noel, and go visit with her, because I figured the least I could do is go visit with this awesome horse, spend some time with her, show her a little love and things like that too. So anyway, I was able to do that. Kendra called the equine vet, and basically I was able to go visit her on the 30th and spend a couple hours with her, and then I was able to visit her on the 2nd of this year as well. And again, spend some time with her. She was a little bit peppier the second time, so again, just basically spending time with her, trying to show her some love. She is extremely underweight. And I will share some videos later on too. But again, this is for the reason why I'm coming on here is to talk about some of the products that are going to be available. So the intent is basically, the goal is to sell at least $1,000 in mindful mineral products through Sunday, the 8th. There's a coupon code, and I have it in here too once this is all posted. But the coupon code is Noel10, so you can save 10% off your purchases. So that's a benefit to you. And then you also get to experience very clean, natural products. There are no fillers in these products. And again, I'll go through some in a moment. And then again, basically the goal is $1,000. So anything up to 1,000. So if we get to like $999, I'll donate $100 of those sales before tax and shipping. If we go over 1,000, that's the goal, honestly, to go over 1,000, and I will donate $250 to the Border Horse Slaughter Rescue to go toward Noel's vet bills. So I'll just share that real quick. And then basically we'll get into some of the products. Again, some of you may or may not be familiar with some of the products. Dead Sea skincare mineral products, fantastic, right? Yes, there are several on the market. These I've found are the cleanest. And again, with psoriasis and things like that, these have been absolutely life-changing and pivotal for me to use them. When I have flare-ups and things like that, the first thing I reach for is the Dead Sea mud. It is absolutely pure. It's 100% Dead Sea mud, and the only other item in there is aloe. And I basically put that on my skin to try and calm the inflammation, and it usually helps very quickly calm it down, calm the itching, calm the red. And I no longer need to use steroid cream because of it. So this is what it looks like. A little bit goes a really long way, again, because it's natural. You always want to, and if you haven't before, right, because it's a natural product, before you actually use this, you want to shake it up, because you want to re-emulsify it. Just blend it together. So you hear it'll be like liquidy if you haven't used it in a while, and then you just like shake it, and then it thickens up, and then a little bit goes a long way. Again, you can use this above and beyond psoriasis, but again, it's not unheard of that I use this on the trunk of my body, my arms, my legs, my face, my neck, wherever I seem to have any type of like skin issues that might pop up. And then also I use it because Dead Sea mud is fantastic, because it helps with macrocirculation, it helps with collagen production, it tightens the skin. It basically evens out the color. And then I do have age spots, right? It actually helps recede freckles and age spots. Granted, they don't go away, but it does help, right? And then on the days that I do have events, sometimes I'll spot check some of like the age spots, and they really recede before I actually go to my events. So that's kind of my secret too. It's basically all the minerals in it, again, working with the skin, absorbing into the skin, helping clarify everything. I love using this and demonstrating this when I'm talking with people about it, because what I'll do is I'll put some of the Dead Sea mud on the back of one hand and then not the other. And then I'll leave it on for not even like 2 minutes and then wipe it off. And I have the people compare the back of their hands so they can see. And it's basically, the skin is softer, it's tighter, it's the color is basically more even. And again, any type of age spots and freckles, they do recede. Again, they don't disappear, but they do recede. So my husband one time cracked me up because he was asking me to tell him about what this was and why it works so well and why it's magic. This is $25. This tub. And again, with the coupon, Noel 10, you would get 10% off. It's basically off your entire purchase. It's not per item. It's off the entire purchase. So you don't have to worry about it hitting each item. But we were once talking about the Dead Sea Mud, and he's like, wow, you really love that stuff. Why is that so special? So I started describing to him, just like I described to you, like what it does, how it works, and things like that. And he's like, oh, it's a facelift in a tub. I was like, okay, yeah, it's not that far off. So that's kind of how we describe the Dead Sea Mud. So again, it's pure and natural, and the big thing and the big reason why you want it is because it's absolutely loaded with all the minerals that your body needs to function properly, get the circulation going, and everything else. It's absolutely wonderful. The next item that I love to share, and this again was just such a game changer, because when you have psoriasis and things like that, the itch and the need to just scratch and things like that is just so deep. So what you want and need is a moisturizer that is going to penetrate your skin, calm the skin, and basically start allowing it to heal, so that you're not scratching. You don't have to sit on your hands like I used to sometimes, right? Because the urge to itch is just so overwhelming when you're having a flare up. But this one is called Get Nurtured Ointment. It's fabulous. It's pretty thick. This will run you, I think it's $32 approximately. It's got shea butter in it. It's got magnesium and everything else. And again, it's like a thicker balm. I don't know. Hopefully you can see that. Uh, but basically, a little bit of this goes a very, very, very long way. Use this on your cuticles, your hands, your elbows. I have some customers that'll actually use it on their face, because especially in the wintertime, with the skin drying and the weather and things like that, everything's just drier. This is the one product that I do use that will absolutely keep my heels from cracking. I definitely had that issue in the wintertime. I don't have that issue now, with use of this. So again, a little bit of this goes a very, very long way. And basically you just put it on, rub it in. I do have some nurses that use this, because what it does is, because it penetrates in the skin and moisturizes with the Dead Sea water, again, with all the minerals that your body needs, like the magnesium, potassium, all of that, that's very good for your skin. Um, Basically, a lot of nurses will use this because obviously they wash their hands a lot throughout the day. This is one of the things, again, because it penetrates so deeply, that basically their hands are not, and this is the feedback that I get pretty regularly, their hands are not drying and cracking by the end of the day, right? Because continued use with the detergent and stuff like that can dry the skin out, right? It takes off the natural biome and everything like that, the natural moisture of your skin. So that's really, really good to have during the wintertime. This next item is probably one of my favorites, and I think surprised me the most when I was using it. It is called Get Carded. Okay. So it's actually a 3-in-1. I call it the trifecta. And the reason why I call it the trifecta is I was spending over $120 for 3 different products before I found this. And I was blown away by how it works, right? So I was using an under eye, I was using a moisturizer, and I was using an anti-aging serum before I bought this. And again, it was over $120 a month, right? This is 3-in-1, and it goes for $48, and it's got a peptide in it. So what you'll get, because again, there's a lot of just natural products in here. And again, there's like the magnesium and things like that from the Dead Sea water that's in here. You'll get pumping of fine lines, and you'll get nice moisturizer. So it basically absorbs into the skin, so the skin is not greasy. Yeah, and it's really nice. It's lightweight. It's not heavy on the face or anything like that. So it's one of our, probably our, I would say, our best sellers. So, but yeah, those are 3 products that I wanted to come on and highlight. I'll probably come on again tomorrow night. Thank you, Elda. We are well on our way toward the $1,000 goal. We've already got $130. So we've got through Sunday evening. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to answer any questions you have. If you've just been thinking about switching to something natural, this is definitely a very clean product line that you can use. Again, very natural. It is actually manufactured in the United States, actually in Florida. So the raw material is actually harvested from the Dead Sea in Jordan, and then it is shipped over here, and then it's actually manufactured in Miami. So in Florida, basically. And again, there's no they use organic essential oils too in the product, so there's no synthetic fragrances or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that because that's another allergy and thing I do have to be careful with. So that's not anything you have to worry about here. Um, so again, Stephanie Talia, just wanted to come on. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to this. If you could share this, I'd greatly appreciate it. Because again, the goal is $1,000 by Sunday or more. If we do more, that's fantastic. But basically, if we get $1,000 in sales, and again, we're already at 130, I'll donate $250 of those sales directly to the Border Horse Slaughter Rescue. That'll go toward Noel's medical bills. And again, she's so deserving. She's just a sweet, sweet horse. I'm a senior. She really enjoys. I was grooming her basically pretty much the whole time when I was there with her, just kind of chit chatting with her, and she relaxed enough and basically let out a drool. So it was so cute, and I really enjoyed that. So again, thanks for your time. Have a good evening. Happy New Year. You'll be seeing me again. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I love helping people, love the skin they're in. So have a good evening. Talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.